Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel, and we are getting ready to crown ourselves some brand new women's tag team champions here in JPG Universe Mode. Already in the ring is Asuka and Io Sky coming down to the ring. The Unholy Union, the team of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Both these teams competing in triple threat tag team action to receive an opportunity here tonight at those brand new women's tag team championships that we are about to basically unveil in just a second here. And we see the graphic for what is at stake. And if you ask me, I think both of these teams are more than capable of holding those glorious titles. There you get a quick, great look at them. The brand new women's tag team championships up for grabs in this match. It's the start of a new era in women's tag team wrestling. And it must be some honor to be representing that new era for these two teams here as Isla Dawn locks up with Io Sky. And Io Sky now kicking and punching at Isla Dawn. Sends Isla Dawn over the ropes, and now look at this. Big flapjack from Io Sky now. Letting the world know it's just a matter of time before Asuka and Io Sky hold those brand new women's tag team championships. But believe me, Unholy Union are not going to go down without one hell of a fight. They believe they have earned this opportunity just as much as Asuka and Io Sky, and that couldn't be more than the truth. Like I said, both these teams of women, I should say, going through two other teams just to get here tonight. And the competition sure was thick and strong. Asuka and Io Sky. Asuka and Io Sky going through teams like Team Kick, Dakota Kai, and Tegan Knox. Look at this, a huge, beautiful roundhouse kick from Io Sky. Fire and Dawn went through a former tag team champions themselves, and Kaden Carter and Katana Chance and Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. So definitely both these women have earned their spots in this match, and now it all comes down to who really wants it more, who wants to lead this new generation of women's tag team wrestling into the future of the JPG Universe Mode, as Io Sky lines up for something big bulldog to Isla Dawn. And it's really been Io Sky controlling the pace of this match as she goes off the second rope with a double axe handle. It's been all Io Sky since the beginning of the bell. Isla Dawn has not been able to figure out a strategy to get Io Sky off her game. As now went for a boot, but perhaps a little too early. Now Isla Dawn, just as I said, she might not have found a strategy. It looks like she found an opening and is going to use that to her advantage here as she branches at the arm of Io Sky now. As Io Sky stands in the corner, Alba Fire looking to get a cheap shot on Sky, but look at this. Sky goes off the ropes. Victory roll. Victory roll. Mushroom stomp from Io Sky. Only gets a 1 count though. Alba Fire, obviously the fresher of the two of her team, and now, but Io Sky looking to do some more damage. Another mushroom stomp for good measure, just working over the abdomen area of Alba Fire. Catches a Hard right there. Now off the rope, springboard, single leg drop kick to the face. Referee in a great positioning there, but Io Sky gets the shoulder out at 0.5. Both these women throwing haymakers right now. And look at this, another kick right to the face. Those kicks of Io Sky is just so deadly in the ring. And now look at this. Oh my God, what a jumping DDT off the top rope there. That could have been it, but Isla Dawn saving the match for her partner. I remember what is at stake, folks. The women's tag team championships on the line here. You're going to see a level of effort you've never seen out of all four women as Io Sky dumps out to the floor and takes Alba Fire with her. And now wait a minute, Io Sky's not done there. Io Sky trying to get Alba Fire to her feet as she is. This Saudi crowd, look at this, taken to the skies is Io Sky with a suicide dive to the outside. And now getting Fire back into the ring. Remember, neither of these women are coming in as champions. This is a vacated title. It's anyone's ball game as Isla Dawn, excuse me, with a brutal knee strike right to the face. And now wait a minute, going for a slow, oh my goodness gracious, that was a great move right there. Count of 1, 2, almost a $1 million dream slam, if you will. As now Io Sky crawls to the corner. And now she's in a world of trouble. She's been in the match the longest. She has not been able to get to her tag team partner. Asuka has yet to enter this match, and it looks like Isla Dawn and Alba Fire are looking to make sure that that is not a scenario that comes into fruition. They want any chance of defeating one of these ladies, both Io Sky and Asuka. Oh, she went for that DDT again. Alba Fire, wise beyond her years, learning quickly to remove herself from that situation. Is now Isla Dawn measuring Io Sky up here. And now wait a minute, oh my goodness gracious, almost an inverted DDT, modified inverted DDT, excuse me, as she drove that elbow right into the midsection of Io Sky. Asuka is just giving a death glare over at Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Yeah, but I mean, she's almost emotionless on that corner right now, but you can tell by the focus in her that she really wants to get in that ring and tear these two women in half. As that's exactly what these women have been doing to her tag team partner. But look at this, Io Sky coming back into this thing with some fire now. And now look at this, knees into the face, and that is usually the precursor to this picture-perfect moonsault that we see time and time again. Over the moonsault from Io Sky to put Alba. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now Asuka pacing back and forth here. There's been one too many times where the Unholy Union have saved each other from turmoil in this match, and now finally Asuka gets in this thing. And now Io Sky setting Alba Fire over the ropes. Oh my goodness, beautiful tag team tandem with that drop kick. And now Asuka finally in this thing. I'd like to remind you, Asuka is a former women's champion in this company, a former women's tag team champion in this company as well. She knows well and truly not only what it means to be champion, but what it takes to be champion and to win a title. Alba Fire reversing Asuka's attempt, but Asuka reversing her attempt now. Both these ladies going back and forth with one another. Asuka also one of the most undefeated NXT superstars in her time. Also held the NXT Women's Championship for the longest time at one point before it would be broken by Shayna Baszler later on in NXT's history. As look at this, frequent tags. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I mean Asuka knows what it takes to win championships. So does Io Sky. She's also a pretty credential when it comes to championships in this company as well. Also a former women's tag team champion, former women's WWE champion. And now look at this, Asuka throwing caution to the wind with a big splash to the outside. Like I said, getting this Saudi crowd on their feet here tonight at a sold-out show at Night of Champions, as now Alba Fire is just struggling to get back to her feet. Asuka almost waiting for her moment to strike, but instead she gets a headbutt for her troubles as Alba Fire now goes to work on the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka's back up on her feet, though, and looks like Isla Dawn's going to try her hand at the former women's champion. Asuka definitely having probably more experience than Alba Fire and Isla Dawn combined. I mean, I know Alba Fire has been wrestling for quite some time. As a matter of fact, she was pretty much completely dominant over the UK independent scene before she came here. Isla Dawn definitely hasn't been wrestling as long, but I'm sure Asuka still has the experience factor over both ladies nonetheless. Is now look at this. My goodness gracious. Slams Isla Dawn down and quick on the cover. Only gets a 1 count though. As Asuka now has Isla Dawn right where she wants her. Kick to the midsection. Could be only looking for one thing here. Going for that hip thrust right into the face. And that might do it right there, man. Isla Dawn could be out here. Alba Fire clearly has been warned a few times by this referee already for the two interferences that these two ladies had. Asuka and Io Sky have been playing it close, have been playing the cards close to their chests. They haven't interrupted one another one time. It's almost like there's a level of trust between these two ladies. As now look at this. Both these women slugging it out here. Beautiful DDT, but the damage has been done to both women. Asuka now could be in a world of trouble as Alba Fire sends her off the ropes, ricocheting her body off the ropes and meeting her with some striking elbows. And my God, a super kick to the back of the head. That can cause a concussion if you're not careful, as now Alba Fire sends Asuka off the ropes. Big pack body drop there, and Alba Fire says she's ready to call it a night, but Asuka, like I said, has been to the dance time and time again. Oh my God, what a springboard forearm. But wait a minute, Asuka, let's play a little possum. Roll up here on Alba Fire. Fire has to kick out. As now Asuka, oh my goodness, just tore Alba Fire in half with a spear. And I went for a kick, ducks it, but gets the second attempt. To fall. And now Asuka can feel those championships just slipping into hers and Io's fingers. At this point, Alba Fire could be out, but she pops the shoulder. This match continues, folks. What a tremendous way to reinvigorate the women's tag team division here on the JPG channel. What a tremendous match we are seeing between all four ladies. A beautiful hip toss, double hip toss at that point, as now Io Sky goes to work on Alba Fire, driving some knees right into the midsection. Nothing pretty about it, but effective nonetheless. As now Io Sky off the ropes. What she got planned here? Alba Fire saw it coming a mile away. Now kicks to the thigh of Io Sky. And Alba Fire, my goodness, jumping TKO. A jumping TKO, but both women, like I said, have been spent in this match. And now once again, victory roll mushroom stomp from Io Sky, wasting literally no time. Gonna take it to the skies again, but no. High risk, no reward. And now Northern Lights suplex connects from Alba Fire. And I think the damage has been done to Io Sky. She, by far, has spent the most time in this match. When you think about all the tags that have gone on in this match, oh my goodness, from halfway across the ring. Io Sky gets the shoulder out at 2.5. A tremendous swanton bomb from Alba Fire. Asuka almost at that point thought that match was done, but Io Sky showing a lot of fortitude here tonight. And now more kicks to the... Oh my goodness. I don't know how many more Alba Fire can take at this point. Io Sky dumps Isla Dawn, but Alba Fire just got right back up to her feet. I don't know if she realized it. Down on her face goes Io Sky. And now Alba Fire just stalking the former women's tag team champion at this point. What could she have planned here? Io Sky, though, oh my goodness. What shots to the face. And now hangs her out to dry. And look at Asuka get in the face of Alba Fire here. And Alba Fire takes out Asuka as well. What the hell's Alba Fire got planned here? Oh my God, a splash to the outside. Asuka has been momentarily taken care of. Io Sky has got both of these women targeting her right now like a pack of hyenas, just jumping at the bit, chomping at the bit, just jumping at any opportunity that they can at this point. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire have never held women's tag team championships, but believe me, they have what it takes to get there if they don't let distractions get in the way. Io Sky once again in full control after that kick right to the face. Alba Fire getting up to her feet. Some tells me Io Sky ain't done. Springboard drop kick. Now, oh my goodness, Alba Fire comes back with a writhing lariat. And now Io Sky has to get Asuka into this match. Yes, she had no choice, and now Asuka elbow right to the face of Isla Dawn. Oh, went for Alba Fire. We know there's a little bit of a rivalry building there, but Asuka says, oh, she went for a second time. But that might be the distraction that Isla Dawn needed as she plants Asuka once again. Hit Io with it earlier. Now she plants Asuka to pin a former women's world champion. Asuka gets the shoulder once again, though. And wait a minute, Asuka's up to her feet, and Isla Dawn got caught. Isla Dawn got caught. Asuka locked in. Asuka locked in. Alba Fire's doing everything in her power to make sure that they do not lose this match. Io Sky has seen well enough. Asuka as well. Now it's an Asuka lock. It's an Asuka lock for Alba Fire. Excuse me. I'm trying to maintain my excitement here. Now Io Sky goes off the ropes, but Isla Dawn getting out of harm's way, but Io Sky with another kick right to the face. And now Asuka gonna have to chase after Isla Dawn. Both women being the legal participants in this match. Alba Fire just keeps getting in the way of Asuka and Io Sky, and you gotta believe that the two women are getting rather sick of it at this point. As now Asuka gets Io Sky back into this thing, and a drop kick right to the face of Isla Dawn. And now wait a minute, Io Sky going off the ropes. All over the moonsault. Asuka's making sure Alba Fire's taken care of. Count of two, and a knee strike right to Alba Fire as Io Sky and Asuka bring the women's tag team division into the new era here on the JPG channel. It could have literally went either way at this point, folks, but Asuka and Io Sky at the end of the day proving that experience overrides anything else. Experience overrides strategy, experience overrides a game plan, which is exactly what Alba Fire and Isla Dawn had heading into this match. I mean, they wanted to keep arguably the more experienced competitor out of the ring, that being Asuka, but nonetheless, Io Sky and Asuka proving that experience trumps all as they hold those brand new women's tag team championships above their head high. And believe me, they have everything to be proud of about that match because they withstood the test of time, really. There was a point in that match where I didn't even think Io Sky was going to be able to compete any longer. But like I said, when you've been doing this for as long as those two women have combined, it's really hard to find a unit, a team that is going to, you know, really get the best of them, so to speak. But ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to completely switch gears here because we have a blood feud to be settled here in Saudi Arabia. A Saudi street fight between the Second City Saint CM Punk and his very quickly turned rival Kenny Omega after the recent assaults and just absolute anarchy that he's been causing on the cleaner, on the United States champion. You know, this started as a dream match at WrestleMania between CM Punk and Kenny Omega, And, you know, they had a pretty good match. CM Punk didn't look his best that night. And I think that really eats away at Punk. I mean, he's a guy that loves to perform to the highest of standards, especially on a show like WrestleMania, I mean, the biggest stage of them all. And I think a lot of that hurt the ego, hurt the pride of Punk. He came back wielding a kendo stick and just going haymaker on Kenny Omega's body with that kendo stick. We saw Kenny Omega try and get right back in the head of CM Punk in his match with Carmelo Hayes this past week. But I guess the question lies, folks, if CM Punk can finally get the job done, is he going to go down 2-0, or technically 0-2 to Kenny Omega here tonight? I mean, you thought a one loss to Kenny Omega would have hurt the pride of Punk. Imagine if he loses this one as well. I mean, not only that, but this is no disqualifications, no countouts, no rope breaks, absolutely no rules involved. This is as street fight as it gets, folks. CM Punk and Kenny Omega getting ready to go to war in the name of the United States Championship here at Night of Champions itself. Here comes the United States Champion down to the ring. Clearly, we've seen Kenny Omega in better moods in recent times. But after the heinous assaults from Punk in the last few weeks, he cannot be coming into this thing looking to collar and elbow tie up this man. He wants to absolutely, you know, hurt him, break some bones, cause him agony, make him bleed, whatever it takes to walk out with the United States Championship still around his waist. All right, folks, we are getting ready to get this one underway. As I said, this is definitely turning a corner in what really has been a great championship night of great title matches, great wrestling matches that we've had so far. But this is absolutely going to be the opposite of wrestling. This is going to be carnage incarnate is what it's going to be. Punk, Omega, United States Champion. It's almost like the championship doesn't have to be on the line, but this is, after all, Night of Champions. Every championship is up for grabs here tonight. Cannot have the United States Champion on this card without defending his title. I don't think Kenny Omega minds putting his championship on the line if it means he gets another piece of CM Punk here tonight. Like I said, Kenny Omega believes in his head that he won fair and square at WrestleMania, which is exactly what happened. You know, he just caught Punk on an off night, which I don't know how you have an off night at one of the biggest stages in professional wrestling, but it did happen. Kenny Omega got the best of Punk, and I don't think that Punk has really lived it down since. And now it has come to this, where this is going to be the complete opposite of their last match. There ain't going to be no wrestling match. These two men looking to tear each other apart as Omega sends Punk right into the ropes. Punk quick to reverse Omega's attempt at a kick to the lower midsection, as now Omega goes off the ropes, and Punk trying to get his hands up, but Omega, he is one of the most powerful strikers in our game. And he's going to absolutely showcase that in this match. I mean, that's going to be something that's going to be, oh my goodness, dumps Punk right on the back of his neck with a German suplex. That's going to be something that is to Kenny Omega's advantage, is the striking ability, but Punk really has the psychological aspect of it. I mean, he loves getting into the mind of his opponents. He almost lives for it, as now Kenny Omega looking to introduce the first weapon of this match, and go figure, Is that a light tube? We see a light tube here in Saudi Arabia, here in WWE nonetheless. I can't remember the last time I've seen a light tube in WWE, but yes, indeed. I thought that was a kendo stick at first. I was going to say how, you know, apropos of him, but no, that is a light tube that Kenny Omega just pulled out. As now he bounces Punk's head right off of the apron there. And I tried to warn you guys ahead of time, folks, this is not going to be no wrestling match. These two are looking to tear each other limb for limb. As now CM Punk and Kenny Omega take the battle to the outside. A chop to the chest of Omega. I mean, for Punk, it's almost like a secondary reward that he would be able to walk out as United States champion if he wins this match. His first objective, so to speak, is to just injure this man. Because, like I said, he feels like he was embarrassed, like he was outclassed as he powerbombs Omega right on that steel grating outside the ring here. He feels like he was outclassed at WrestleMania. And for a guy like Punk that's been in the professional wrestling business as long as he has, I mean, you have to believe that just eats away at him if he feels like that. And a huge roundhouse kick right to the temple of Omega. We're going to see more weapons involved here, folks, because Punk goes for the kendo stick this time, wants Kenny to his feet. Bad intentions on the mind of CM Punk as he wails right on the lower back of Kenny Omega, and picking up right where he left off a few weeks ago with that kendo stick. Oh my goodness, every shot you can feel, even all the way down from the cheap, or all the way up to the cheap seats. As now Kenny Omega trying to get back into this thing. But CM Punk really trying to keep Kenny Omega second guessing his next move. Remember, these two have already been in the ring once, so I mean that gave them enough time in that match to really figure out each other's arsenal and strategies. Oh my God! What a V-trigger out of absolutely nowhere. Punk could be out here. Count of two, Punk gets the shoulder though. Shoulder out at 2, but that V-trigger just came out of absolutely nowhere, and now he breaks a light tube over the knee of CM Punk. That's going to be really hard to hit a GTS after a light tube has just gotten struck over his knee. But Punk trying to get back into this thing. I don't even know how he's still running on 2 legs. Is a beautiful Shining Wizard Enziguri maneuver from Punk lands. Going for a count of, well, I guess only 1 as Omega pops the shoulder. Like I said, folks, I do not expect this to be your traditional wrestling match, and we've already seen light tubes and kendo sticks. So if that's anything to go by, this is going to be an absolute car crash. Is now Punk grabbing those steel steps, and Kenny Omega is not going to fall for any traps here. As now Punk going to have to chase after Omega if he wants to endure more damage. As now Punk goes off the ropes though. Look at this. When's the last time you seen CM Punk take to the skies like that? I mean, you have to date all the way back to his early stages in his career when he was pulling off moves like that. Punk really trying to pull everything out of the bag here tonight, as now he goes off the ropes, but Kenny Omega able to get out of harm's way. And now, wait a minute. Oh, that was going to be it. That was going to be it for sure. I think he was going for a V-trigger while Punk was still on his knees, but Omega and Punk just not letting anything fall on one another. They know what's at stake here, regardless of the blood feud that we have between these two men. Both men are well and truly aware of what is at stake here, and that is the United States Championship. A title Kenny Omega has held ever since SummerSlam, when he defeated none other than John Cena to earn that championship. And he has beaten a who's who of lists of names to retain that championship. I mean, you go down the list, it's AJ Styles, it's a CM Punk. And now apparently we're getting ladders involved now. Look at this. Punk with a baseball slide with the ladder still in Kenny Omega's face, but Omega again wise enough to keep himself out of damage as he just spiked Punk right on the outside floor with a dragon suplex. But CM Punk still has some fight left in him, as he doesn't get all of that knee to fall, but definitely grazing the forehead of Kenny Omega. Now Omega introducing a chair to this match. Punk might want to get out of harm's way again. Again goes off with that single leg kick right to the face, and now Punk looking to go to work here tonight as Kenny Omega could be in for a world of trouble as now, CM Punk has now introduced a table to this match. And Kenny Omega looking to even the odds, I believe, as no, actually he's looking to go after Punk, but CM Punk caught him. He saw it coming. And now both these men taking it to the outside of the ring once again, and we're over here by our announce table now as CM Punk goes to work on Kenny Omega's arm and his shoulder. Gonna definitely make it harder to hit the one-winged angel with that. Both these men are targeting, you know, the body parts that normally they would use to put away their opponents, and that is tremendous strategy from both men heading into this match. I mean, yeah, I don't think you really expected either of these guys to have a strategy going into this match. I think they just wanted to tear each other apart at one point, but no, we are seeing exactly two game plans of two separate individuals as now Punk takes him over again. Look at Punk flexing for the crowd here. Again, displaying some tremendous athletic ability, especially at the age of this guy. As now CM Punk once again just has really bad intentions apparently in the mind for Kenny Omega, as now he gets him on the announce table. Nothing good can happen from here. As no. You gotta be kidding me, a pile driver through the announce table. Kenny Omega somehow still getting up to his feet. I think the force of the pile driver might have just sprung him back up to his feet at that point. That table just absolutely exploded. Just absolutely exploded with that pile driver from CM Punk. I mean, that's a move that has recently been banned in professional wrestling. And CM Punk clearly having an absolute disregard to this man's his general health, his well-being. Clearly, like I said, there are issues, unresolved issues between these two, as Kenny Omega is somehow up on his feet. Don't ask me how, but he is. As now look at this. Oh my God. Fisherman's suplex on the ladder, as CM Punk is gonna feel that in the morning, man. He's gonna feel that for weeks to come, as now a snap suplex to do more damage on that broken piece of announce table. And this is absolute carnage right in front of us, folks. The front row crowd's getting their money's worth here tonight, as I'm sure they knew that they would once they realized that this match was announced for the card. Omega and Punk have torn each other in half. I don't know how either of these men are still standing at this point, as Kenny Omega trying to go for something here, but CM Punk throwing caution to the wind once again. Man, like I said, I have not seen CM Punk, you know, take this many risks in a very long time. And it's almost like he knows he has to go the extra limit, the extra distance. Oh my God, just broke that kendo stick over the forehead of CM Punk, and now Punk is wearing the proverbial crimson mask here. Both men bleeding out. Kenny Omega, it looks like he's bleeding out from the right side of his eye. Punk bloody all over the side of his face is now CM Punk. What the hell is he got? Oh my goodness, he's going for another light tube. Chair meets light tube. Who wins? He spikes him right with the light tube over the head. Omega couldn't even get his hands up with the chair. And now, wait a minute, CM Punk, no, Omega fighting out of it. Went for GTS. Omega hits with the one-winged angel, does he? Yes, he gets one-winged angel right in the center of the ring. CM Punk could be out here. Count of 1, 2. Oh, he gets him. Omega with the win over CM Punk once again, man. That cannot do anything good. Anything good for the pride of CM Punk, knowing that he went the extreme lengths to take that United States Championship away from Kenny Omega. But yet somehow, once again, Omega was able to outlast the Second City Saint almost in his own wheelhouse. Remember, CM Punk is a former ECW superstar. He knows what it. He's been to the land of extreme. He knows exactly what is capable of being. He knows exactly the dangers of being in a match like that. Omega has been in a few matches in his career like that, but never. I don't think never really on the stage that he's been on here tonight. And for Omega to withstand CM Punk once again, this time, like I said, and basically in his own backyard, is really just a testament to how strong of a champion Omega really is. But we are switching gears, folks, because we are right back in tag team action as the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, gear up to try and take those World Tag Team Championships away from Mox and Danielson, the Blackpool Combat Club. But with new championships being revealed here tonight, you got to believe that that's only going to fuel the fire of the Blackpool Combat Club. That's only going to influence them, you know, give them that much needed boost to, you know, fight even stronger here tonight against arguably one of the best tag teams to ever do it, that being the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. These are two men that know what it takes to win tag team championship gold, but at the same time, they are coming in this match with two of the greatest singles professional wrestlers of all time, let alone a tag team. As I've said time and time again, folks, this is a super team, if anything, and that's exactly why Danielson and Mox still hold those tag team championships. That's exactly why they still hold those tag team championships over their head ever since WrestleMania. And take a look at the old tag team championship design. We're getting ready to unveil our new tag team championship design for the World Tag Team Championships. Later on tonight, we will see the brand new WWE Tag Team Championships as well, when A-Town Down Under take on Akam and Razor of the Authors of Pain. Still to come, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. Triple threat action for the Women's World Championship. And of course, our main event to come, the rematch between the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre and the Viper, the WWE Champion Randy Orton. That'll be coming on part 3 of Night of Champions, and what has been an incredible night of action here on the JPG channel. We just got extreme in our last match with Omega and Punk.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds.
Now we're getting ready for more tag team action. We saw a tremendous tag team match between Asuka and Io Sky taking on a very game version of the Unholy Union. I mean, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn quite literally put their best foot forward and making sure that they became those brand new women's tag team champions. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think at that point, it was really just experience over anything else. Asuka and Io Sky have been to the dance more times than Alba Fire and Isla Dawn have, and that's, I believe at that point, that's what kept them in the fight, because Alba Fire and Isla Dawn threw everything that they could at two former women's champions in this company. Just like the New Day are going to throw everything they can at the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, this is going to be one hell of a fight as we unveil the new World Tag Team Champions title belt design, so to speak. Like I said, that's only going to add more fuel to the fire for both of these teams. That is a great influence right there as to why you should come out with this, in this match with your hand raised in victory. As Woods looks like he's going to start the match for his team, as is Danielson for his. And let's get this match underway, folks. Blackpool Combat Club, the New Day. Almost a dream match, if you ask me, as Xavier Woods coming in as the aggressor here. Danielson getting rocked by some blows by Xavier Woods, and now taking it to the mat, to the Dragon, is one half of the New Day. I don't know if wrestling Danielson is going to be your best strategy coming into this match. Like, obviously you got to wrestle him, but I mean like ground wrestling, like technical wrestling. That's really Danielson's field right there, the technical aspect. But so far so good. New Day are looking great in the early stages of this match, as now Kofi Kingston goes to work on Bryan Danielson. A lot of history between these two men. Kofi Kingston indeed defeated Bryan Danielson as Danielson dumps him over the top rope. I was going to say, he defeated Bryan Danielson back when he went by WWE's name for him, Daniel Bryan, at a WrestleMania to become a WWE champion for the very first time in his career. I and a lot of other people definitely remember almost every single aspect of Kofi Mania because of how emotional and how story-driven that it really was. I mean, it was just a genuine guy in this business that has given his all to one company his entire career, just get a reward for all of his efforts. And to be in a match with Bryan Danielson to do so, I mean, that just, again, just levels up the importance of that match for Kofi Kingston, as now Moxley tags himself in, and oh man, this match might come to a very screeching halt for the New Day as Mox gets in this ring. And but Kofi Kingston, you know, still heavily on the attack here as Moxley trying to get back up to his feet, but Kofi Kingston is really bringing the fight to Mox here. You better believe New Day came in here with a game plan, knowing exactly who the hell they're being in the ring with here tonight. I mean, they remember Moxley and Danielson back when they went by Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose, as now Moxley ducks an attempt at, oh my goodness gracious, a huge kick right to the face, and that's going to do enough to turn this match right around on its head as Moxley driving some forearms right to the back of Kingston. And that'll be enough for Moxley to feel accomplished here as Danielson gets back in the ring. And now we're going to see one of the best professional wrestlers in the world go to work right here. We never thought we'd see Bryan Danielson in a ring again, let alone a WWE ring. Bryan Danielson and Moxley coming back to WWE to help DIY at Survivor Series go to war with the Bloodline. A team that both Moxley and Danielson know all too well. As now Bryan Danielson takes to the skies, absolutely leveling Xavier Woods here. Now he goes for the knee. Goes for the knee of Xavier Woods, and believe you me, Danielson knows exactly what he's doing in that ring. I never for a second doubt a strategy of the American Dragon. As now look at this rolling elbow shot right to the face of Xavier Woods. It's almost like these two are like goading the New Day into a false sense of security here, as now look at this leg trap exploder suplex from Moxley, splitting the ring in half is what Moxley is doing. He is keeping Xavier Woods away from his side, as now Xavier Woods goes to work on Bryan Danielson. Doesn't see Moxley coming in with a suicide dive, and that is exactly what Blackpool Combat Club does so well, man. Like, it's almost like the aura, the presence of both men, you get absolutely wrapped in. Like, if Danielson's in your face, you're not worried about Moxley, but my goodness should you be, as he just powerbombed Xavier Woods right onto the announce table. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes these guys so dangerous in the tag team division. Both these men have made a name for themselves outside of the tag team world. So for them to be a unit now is absolutely terrifying, as a Saito suplex was the fate that Kofi Kingston just suffered. Gets a 2 count there. And look, the New Day looked strong in the early stages of this match, but I think the Blackpool Combat Club were really just trying to, you know, get a feel for their opponents. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of times where they've been in the ring with the New Day. They've been gone away from this company for the better part of almost 5 years now. That being Mox and Danielson. So for them to get back in the ring with, as I said, oftenly touted as one of the greatest tag teams to ever do it, that being the New Day, you know, they have to get a feeling out process, and they definitely have that. As I think Moxley just cut Kingston. Oh yeah, he's bleeding from the forehead now. Is now a knee strike right to the face of Moxley, and oh no, Moxley once again suckering Kingston in, and we saw this in Punk's match. We've seen Moxley hit it before too, though, as he hits a pile driver, spiking Kingston. Xavier Woods has to save the match for his brother. And I mean, it's almost a tale of two different stories, really, with these two teams. Blackpool Combat Club are bound by blood. They are a tag team that has come together, you know, after going to war with each other. You remember in AEW, Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley absolutely beat the piss out of one another before William Regal eventually got these two to agree that, you know, they're better off together than against each other. The New Day have been together since day one. They have preached that power of positivity since day one of arriving as a team. They have never gone to war with each other. They have always gone to war with each other. And, I mean, I don't know if that exactly is an advantage for the New Day or not, but, I mean, it's almost like once you're bound by blood, just like the Blackpool Combat Club are, I mean, you know exactly what your partner is capable of. Danielson and Moxley have all the faith in the world in each other as Danielson drives that shoulder right into the abdomen of Xavier Woods. And now Danielson looking to take to the skies as the American Dragon has done time and time again. And suicide dive to the outside to Xavier Woods. Danielson's having fun in Saudi right now, man. Moxley is too. They're absolutely in their comfort zone right now, and that is beating down opponents and absolutely just making life a little bit more difficult for whoever is in the ring with them. As now look at this, just while he's keeping the legs of Xavier Woods locked in a bridging hold, he's also just fish hooking the mouth of Xavier Woods. Now Woods dumps Moxley out to the floor, and finally the New Day getting back into this thing. Like I said, there is a lot of experience on the New Day side when it comes to tag team wrestling. As now look at the strength of Xavier Woods. Military press slam down to the knees. A lot of tag team experience on Xavier Woods' part. Danielson just tried to get a cheap shot on Xavier Woods. I think he accidentally ran his knee into the steel steps there. Count of 6 now. Woods is going to want to get Moxley back in the ring. You remember, there are brand new tag team championships announced here tonight, but the reigning champs right now are Moxley and Danielson. And believe me, the New Day do not want to lose on a count out here tonight, because that would mean Moxley and Danielson get to walk away with those brand new title designs without having to even really earn their spot to hold them. As now Danielson goes to work on Xavier Woods, but Woods comes back into this thing, spiking Danielson with a DDT. Damage might have been done to Woods, though. I believe Woods has spent the most time in this match, as Moxley once again getting into the head of Woods, is now going for a cheap shot, and oh my goodness, right to the face of Xavier Woods. And again, that's going to give Bryan Danielson the advantage in here, but no, Woods off the ropes with a springboard DDT. Danielson might be on Dreamville right now, as now a neck breaker from Xavier Woods. And you are starting to see that second, third gear of the New Day that has really earned them all them championships in the past, that has you know, really helped solidify them as one of the greatest tag teams wrestling today. As now Kofi Kingston goes to work on Danielson. And kicks to the back of the head of Danielson as now New Day driving a wedge between them and the Blackpool Combat Club. Now it's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods cutting the ring in half. This right here, all you're seeing right now is just tremendous tag team. Not only tremendous tag team wrestling, but just tremendous tag team intelligence between these four men. As now Danielson throwing everything and the kitchen sink at Xavier Woods. Oh no, Danielson knocks Kingston off. As Danielson clearly having bad intentions on the mind, going for that psycho knee, but I think he might have accidentally tripped on the way there, as Xavier Woods is gonna take that mistake of Danielson, that obviously a very rare mistake of Danielson, and run with it. And now he delivers some major kicks to the chest of Danielson. Mox might want to try to get back into this thing, as Danielson seems to be spent. I mean, you know, Moxley and Danielson definitely are getting up there in the years, whether they perform at the highest levels or not. And I don't care who you are, you spend about 20 minutes in that ring, you're going to be gasping for air a little bit. As now look at this, Danielson, or I should say Xavier Woods, was going for a knee strike, but got caught again with that pile driver for the second time. And now Moxley takes care of Kingston, and Moxley might be signaling for the end here, as now he's calling Xavier Woods to his feet. And now hooks the arms, but Xavier Woods finding a way out of harm's way. Another DDT. Spikes Moxley right on his bald head this time. And now goes for the cover here. Count of two. Moxley gets the shoulder though. What a tremendous tag team match between all four men. All four men have earned the right to call themselves the new World Tag Team Champions, to hold those new title designs. It just depends on who wants it more, as Xavier Woods takes out Danielson. Kofi Kingston on the other end, looking to take out Moxley, but Moxley, oh my goodness, with a lariat right to the face of Kingston. Did not get all of it though, and now it's a 2-on-1 assault to Moxley. New Day playing Blackpool Combat Club's game as they throw Moxley's body right into the barricade here. And now Xavier Woods staring a hole through Danielson, but Danielson might have just drilled a hole in the side of his head with that roundhouse kick right to the face. And now Moxley getting back up to his feet at the count of 7. He wants to break the count here. And now a kick to the midsection, and now Moxley driving a knee right into the abdomen of Xavier Woods. Now chomping at the chest of Xavier Woods. Clearly Moxley not a happy person as of this moment, after the New Day tried to get the advantage in a 2-on-1 assault out in the ring before, but Moxley now just body shots right to the stomach of Xavier Woods and lays him out with a lariat. And now Moxley, what's he got planned for Xavier Woods? Electric chair position here, but Xavier Woods able to turn his body around into a Hurricane Rana. Man, New Day have been an absolute problem for the Combat Club here tonight, but I mean, you almost expected it, knowing the pedigree of the New Day heading into this match. Is now, look at this lariat of his own from Xavier Woods, as he looks to, yes, get Kingston back into this match. Now Kingston, looking for the boom drop. No, instead he goes for a big body splash. I thought he was going for the boom drop, but keeps Moxley guessing, I guess, as now Moxley looking to get a moment's notice of a breath of fresh air. Danielson trying to will his partner back into this thing. Moxley has been really beaten up by the New Day in this match. But Xavier Woods hanging Danielson out to dry now. And now, wait a minute, Moxley taking advantage of that though with the roll-up. Roll-up on Xavier Woods. Gets a 2 count. No, Xavier Woods pops the shoulder. And now, wait a minute. I think Moxley was going for a kick to the midsection, perhaps setting up for the paradigm shift, but not to fall, as Xavier Woods again getting out of harm's way, and Moxley just throwing absolute haymakers Xavier Woods' way. As now once again, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston perhaps going for the kill this time. Yes, indeed. But Danielson just spiked up right to his feet. Danielson just spiked up right to his feet. Count of 1, 2. Danielson disrupts it. And a kick right to the face for good measure. And now, wait a minute. Didn't hit it earlier. But looking to go for it this time. Busaiku knee. Busaiku knee connects. Moxley gets rid of Xavier Woods. Goes for the cover on Kingston. This could be it here. 1, 2. No, Kingston gets the shoulder once again. I don't think Moxley can believe that Kingston is still in the fight here. But now, oh, no. Oh, no. Drills him in the center of the ring with a paradigm shift. Blackpool Combat Club retain their World Tag Team Champions in an absolute fight with one of the absolute best to do it in the tag team division, the New Day, and get to hold those brand new World Tag Team Championship title designs above their head. Moxley and Danielson outlasting the New Day. I mean, if they have beaten one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling, I really struggle to find a team that is going to really put these guys in their place and knock them down their pedestal and take those titles off of them, as Moxley and Danielson close our second part of Night of Champions. Part 3 on the way soon, folks. Once again, thank you for joining me for another episode of Universe Mode on the JPG channel.